Hello there, hobby homies. This week we're going to open one of these since I haven't had much luck with the Ikoria boxes other than the collector's box. The two booster boxes have been very friendly to me. I got two more of them and I'll open them eventually. But I figured this week we'll open this. A little change of pace. Let's see what kind of luck the mystery brings us. First pack, homies. Defense of the Heart. During your upkeep, if one of your opponents controls 3 or more creatures, sacrifice Defense of the Heart. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards. Put those creatures into play. Shuffle your library. Michaelos. Devour. As it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. Creature in the battlefield twice as many at the beginning. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token for each 1/1 counter on something or other. Some shimmer on a Hornet Sting. That's pretty cool. We'll put that there. I don't know if those are rare or not. Mana Tides. Control counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. How about Boom Pow? Flip a coin. If you win the flip, destroy all non-land permanents. Cold Wrath Knight. Shined up. Let's set those ox. I don't know about those. No, we won't. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, we're starting out already. Come on now. Breeding Pit. Rustic Study. Whenever an opponent plays a spell, you may draw a card unless that pair pays 1. Goblin Pile Driver. Protection from blue. This creature can't be blocked, targeted, dealt damage, or enchanted by anything blue. Whenever Goblin Pile Driver attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking goblin. Soul's Attendant. Wild Nakato. Wild Nakato gets +1/+1 as long as you control a mountain. Wild Nakato gets +1/+1 as long as you control a plane. Eldrazi Monument. Creature you control gets +1/+1 and has flying and indestructible. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice the creature if you can't sacrifice Eldrazi Monument. Allosaurus Rider. Got some shine on it. Pathrazor of Olamog. Annihilator 3. Whenever this creature attacks defending player, sacrifices 3 permanents. Pathrazor of Olamog can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Wheel of Fate. Suspend 4, 1 in a red. Rather than cast this card from your hand, pay 1 in a red and exile it with 4 time counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter. When the last is removed, cast it without paying its mana cost. Each player discards his or her hand and draws 7 cards. Geth's Grimoire. Pestilence. End of each turn, if no creatures are in play, sacrifice Pestilence, pay a black. Pestilence deals 1 damage to each creature and player. Recruiter of the Guard. When Recruiter of the Guard enters battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with toughness 2 or less, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. Not of this world. Pretty cool looking. Capture Sphere. Phyrexian Soul Gorger. Cumulative upkeep, sacrifice creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, put an age counter on this permanent, then sacrifice it unless you pay its upkeep cost for each age counter on it. Okay. All Hammeret's Archive. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. If you would draw a card except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. Pyretic Patrol. Dragon's Presence. Asceticism. Creatures you control can't be the targets of spells or abilities your opponents control. 1 in the green, regenerate target creature. Tempt with Discovery. Tempting offer, search your library for a land card and put it onto the battlefield. Each opponent may search his or her library for a land card and put it onto the battlefield. For each opponent who searches a library this way, search your library for a land card and put it onto the battlefield. Then each player who searched their library this way shuffles it. Paradox Haze. Kind of hazy there. Still struggling. That's right, am I the only one that struggles to open these things? Dragon Mask. 3 and tap it. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. At the end of turn, if that creature is in play, return it to owner's hand. Prey Caesar Dragon. Devour 2 at the end. This enters the battlefield. You may sacrifice any number of creatures. This creature enters the battlefield with twice that many +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever Prey Caesar Dragon attacks, it deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on Prey Caesar Dragon. Echoing Decay. That one opens just so nicely. Welkin Turn. Blow your house down. Soren Markov. Planeswalker. Sword Markov deals 2 damage to target creature your player, and you gain 2 life. Target opponent's life total becomes 10. You control target player's next turn. Acrolean Horse. Defender. When a Acrolean Horse enters the battlefield, an opponent gains control of it. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent creature creates a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Frozen Ether. Aether. Ninetale White Box. Dothy Mind Ripper. Kind of scary looking. Like some messed up tick or something. Shadow. This creature can block or be blocked by only creatures with shadow. Sacrifice Dothy Mind Ripper. Defending player chooses and discards 3 cards. Use this ability only if Dothy Mind Ripper is attacking and unblocked. Stunt double. Flash. You may have stunt double enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. Gleeful Sabotage. Blood over Dragon Egg. Umbral Mantle. Equipped creature has 3 and tap this. This creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. It's untapped, so we'll untap this one. I like how they did that for you. Friendly. Arch of Oraska. It's a land. For 5 and tap it, draw a card. Activate this ability only if you have the city's blessing. Burning Inquiry. Burning Blazing. So there it is. Flame on. Cackling Up. Seal of Doom. Squirrel Wrangler. That's cool. 1 of the green, sacrifice a land, put 2/1/1 green squirrel creature tokens into play. 1 of the green, sacrifice a land. All squirrels get +1/+1 until end of turn. Nod to Death. Bad way to go. I have to agree with that. Silvala, Heart of the Wilds. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, its controller may draw a card if its power is greater than each other creature's power. Green and tap. Add X mana and any combination of colors to your mana pool where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Puka's Mischief. Glint Sleeve Artisan. Perish. Destroy all green creatures. Those creatures cannot be regenerated this turn. Black Market. Whenever a creature dies, put a charge counter on Black Market. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, add one black to your mana pool for each charge counter on Black Market. Sinew Sliver. Flame Jab. Manglehorn. Oracle of Nectars. X and tap, you gain X life. Queen Marchesa. Death Touch Haste. When Queen Marchesa enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent is the monarch, put a 1/1 black assassin creature token with death touch and haste onto the battlefield. Pull from Eternity. Take down. Martyr's Cause. Sacrifice creature, prevent all damage to a creature or player from one source. Treat further damage from that source normally. Dying is a soldier's talent. Odric Lunarch Marshal. At the beginning of each combat, creatures you control gain first strike until end of turn if creature you control has first strike. The same is true for flying, death touch, double strike, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, cloak, trample, and vigilance. Drogskull Captain. Martyr's Bond. Whenever Martyr's Bond or another non-land permanent you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a permanent that shares a card type with it. Marin of the Clan Nel Toth. Whenever another creature you control dies, you get an experience counter. At the beginning of your end step, choose target creature card in your graveyard. If that card's converted mana cost is less than or equal to the number of experience counters you have, return it to the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Springjack Shepherd. Crib Swap. Thrun the Last Troll. Thrun the Last Troll can't be countered. Thrun can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. 1 and a green. Regenerate Thrun. Phyrexian Plague Lord. Sacrifice Phyrexian Plague Lord. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. Sacrifice a creature. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Sarkhan the Mad. He's mad, I tell you. Hamlet Captain. Manamorphous. Add 2 mana in any combination of colors to your mana pool. Draw a card. Temporal Mastery. Take an extra turn. After this one, exile Temporal Mastery. Miracle 1 and a blue. You may cast this card for its miracle cost when you draw it. If it's the first card you drew this turn. Norn the Wary. Look like you hit them with a slingshot or something, so I'm gonna get you. I'm about to pull out my slingshot. Here it comes. Sacred Cat. Blistered Grub. Darksteel Garrison. Fortified land is indestructible. Whenever fortified land becomes tapped, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Fortify 3. Attached to target land you control, fortify only as a sorcery. This card comes into play unattached and stays in play if the land leaves play. Night Howler. Bestow 2 blacks. If you cast this card for its bestow cost, it's an R spell with enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if it's not attached to a creature. Night Howler and enchanted creature each get +X/+X, where X is the number of creature cards in all graveyards. Bring it over a little bit there. Reaper King shined up. Palace Jailer, Cadaver Imp, Milliken Anna Sanctuary. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control blue or black permanent, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If you control a blue permanent and a black permanent, that creature gets +5/+5 until end of turn. Mind Shatterer. Target player discards X cards at random. Triskelion. Kind of weird looking. Grim Discovery. Serrated Arrows. Serrated Arrows enters the battlefield with 3 arrowhead counters on it at the beginning of your upkeep. If there are no arrow counters on Serrated Arrows, sacrifice or remove an arrowhead counter from Serrated Arrows. Put a -1/-1 counter on it. Well, might not have been necessary to read that one. Ancient Ziggurat. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to play creature spells. No, that one off the side. See what we did there. Urza's Rage. Kicker 8 and a red. You may pay an additional 8 and a red as you cast the spell. Urza's Rage can't be countered by spells or abilities. Urza's Rage deals 3 damage. Target creature or player if Urza's Rage was kicked. Instead, it deals 10 damage to that creature or player, and the damage can't be prevented. Grand Architect. Didn't hit it very well. Continuously playing Goblin Locksmith. That's how I'd bust through it. Rage Reflection. Creatures you control have double strike. Beastmaster Ascension. Whenever a creature you control attacks, you may put a quest counter on Beastmaster Ascension. As long as Beastmaster Ascension has 7 or more quest counters on it, creatures you control get +5/+5. Meridian's Core. Last pack. Homies, what we gonna get? Hunter of Eye Blights. When Hunter of Eye Blights comes into play, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. 2 black and tap. Destroy target creature with a counter on it. Basilisk Collar. Equipped creature has Death Touch and Lifelink. Pillapala. Shined up. We're going to separate those. Let's go through this here. What we got. Basilisk Collar. Hunter of Eye Blights. Beastmaster Ascension. Rage Reflection. Urza's Rage. Ancient Ziggurat. Mind Shatter Anna Sanctuary. Night Howler Darksteel Garrison. Temporal Mastery Manamorphous. Phyrexian Plague Lord, Thrun the Last Troll, Mirren of the Clan, Neltoth, Martyr's Bond, Odric Lunarch Marshal, Martyr's Cause, Queen Marchesa, Oracle of Nectars, Black Market and Parish, Selvala Heart of the Wild, Squirrel Wrangler, Arch of Araska, Umbral Mantle, Stunt Double Death, Dothy Mind Ripper, Acroian Horse, Soren Markov, Praise Caesar Dragon Mask. 10th with Discovery Asceticism. Allhammer's Archive Phyrexian Soul Gorger. Recruiter of the Guard and Pestilence. Wheel of Fate Panthraser of Ulamog. Eldrazi Monument and Wild Neck Cattle. Goblin Pile Driver Rhystic Study. Boom Pile Mana Tithe. Mykolos and Defense of the Heart. And that's what we got out that mystery box. We'll figure out if it's some good stuff shortly or if I feel like I gotta Corey it again. Follow me at Hobby Homie on Twitter. It's right there. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you later. Until next time, we out.